Hi guys, welcome to Crypto Be 101, the home of value and good information when it comes to cryptocurrency trading and investment. And as you all know, yesterday we really discussed about what is really going on with Bitcoin, if the crypto market or Bitcoin itself as the king of the market is in trouble. And I'm not going to lie to you, I've got some warnings to share with you guys on today's show. And if you're just joining me for the first time, please and please subscribe, like and share, and smash the likes button so we can reach a wider audience. You can see what is going on in the market. It's really been dragging, but thank God yesterday Fed Powell came on the podium to address and talk about some silent stuff, and now a lot of people are having the hope that we might push back to the all-time high, or we're going to dump to a price that no one ever saw coming. And this is about what we're going to be sharing on today's show, the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show. As you all know, this is where we trade it and we do not gamble it. I'm Ahmed Magic Kazim, aka KC the Great. But before we dive into the show, let's do our normal usual thing by sharing the link in the community. If you've not joined the community, you are still welcome to be part of it. We have free educational content, we've got free signals for you guys to get something valuable from, and also you can join the other community on Discord, on X, and on other social media platform. The links are down in the description. So let's quickly share the link so members, because when you have a lot of members in a community, some wouldn't know if the show is on, especially when you have new members. But when we share it, they get to understand that okay, the show is live and they can join in as well. And thanks for those of you that watched yesterday's show. I could see we reached a massive number of live audience, and that was really great. I think we need to continue with that, and that will make the channel grow. And also, the more we grow, the more we're going to have more benefit for the community in the nearest future. All right, I'm just sharing the last one on Facebook, then we will get back to today's business. Like I said, if you're just coming across the show for the first time, please and please destroy the like button and also subscribe so we can reach larger audience regarding the cryptocurrency space. And a lot is going on now. You saw what is going on with the kidnapping of crypto what will I call it, the crypto holders, you understand. So I'm still going to share some details about that, how you need to be careful. And I feel what is causing this issue is because everyone wants engagement, they want following and all of that. So because of that, they want to show either it's fake profit or real profit, whatever. So now a lot of people are now looking at it. Oh, you say you've got 30 million US dollars, you've got 100 million US dollars. Then you become a target, and I'm still going to share something about that and how we can, be careful about that. All right, since we've shared the whole thing on the platform and on the social media, let's dive right into the show. Join the live now. Join the live now. All right, let's dive right into the show. I'm going to start with the charts this morning, because you can see yesterday when Powell was, saying things about what is going on. We saw the market tank back to below 110,000. Although we don't need to worry about anything if you've been watching the show. I told you yesterday, don't buy Bitcoin yet. Even altcoins, meme coins, don't buy any of them yet. Only BNB was doing a little bit better. Let me even check what is going on. You can see it's still below where I told you is going to be the stop loss, and I told you it's only BNB that is really kind of looking good. But for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all of that, we need to stay away from it. And you can see we dipped down to 109 and now we trace back to around 112,000 right now. But the problem is it going to continue moving up from that? Because we can see the floor now has now moved away from 108, 105 everyone was talking about. We now have the floor to be around 102 right now. And like I told you, normally when you have a spike of this type, possibility of it coming to touch the bottom back is there. Or if you look at what let me say we do Fibonacci like this, or maybe it's going to drop to 50%, which is 109, or 0.786 Fibonacci retracement, which is 105. So those are targets that I think we need to take a look at. But before we dive into that, we have this issue now, and I think we have two things that will affect crypto now, or that will what am I going to call it, that will rescue cryptocurrency at large. And that is the issue between Trump and China and the Fed. We can see Trump and China, they've started this back and forth again, and Trump accuses China of an economic hostile act for not buying some of their product and all of that. And we can see China too, they have been strategic with the way they want to negotiate and come to the table and all of that. So if at the end of the day we have a good news coming out of the two country dragging power when it comes to economy and all of that, that might give some people hope, and you might see some funds start flowing into all these asset back. That is number one. Number two, we need to know that Fed is playing a huge role in what is going on, especially in crypto. You saw when we had the Jackson Hole, the market moved immediately to almost all-time high, then dumped back again. Then when the real interest rate happened, the market went back to all-time high again, then dropped back, even broke our body a little bit, then dropped back again. So what I'm trying to say is Fed too, they've got important thing to play in this. And now the United States Federal Reserve are now looking at what could happen in this Q4, you understand, because possibility of them cutting the rates is maybe they're going to cut, but maybe we're going to see 25 basis points again. And everyone is saying they are late to the game, you understand. Everyone is expecting them to cut at least 50 basis point or 75 basis point. I'm not going to lie to you, even if myself, if I should see a 75 basis cut rate or 50 basis point rate, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get into some positions, because you know that everything is going to blow out of proportion. But now, with the dovish stand yesterday, we do not really know how or what is going to happen. And another thing is, the government shutdown has been going on. All the data that we normally collect to know what the possibility of the outcome regarding interest rate will be like, it's no longer there. You understand? Those data are no longer there, and that is really affecting the decisions of investors, traders, the economy at large. So a lot of things are going on now, and that is why I was saying this is a huge warning that everyone needs to take, what will I call it, to be careful about what is going on. If not, we are going to find ourselves in a place where we do not want to. So Fed Chair Pyramid comment on Tuesday, and I've rekindled some confidence in crypto market as the likelihood of rate cuts increases. But the problem is, are we going to have double rate cuts? Are we going to have 75 basis points? You understand? If it's another 25, I'm telling you, the market is even going to dump more. And we can see a lot of things going on, and we do not want that to really affect our portfolio. But, if all those things should come to play, if we have China and United States, they come to an agreement and everything is good, and we have Fed rate cutting the rate, we could see Bitcoin revisit $125,000 back, and or even move ahead of that price. But if that and all those things do not happen, I'm afraid, and this is a huge warning, BTC might tank to 50,000 back. And let me show you on the chart. I even believe it to go below that, but I've just been seeing a lot of analysts saying 50K. But if I show you where we have order blocked and they have not been mitigated, you'll be shocked. And I'm not going to be surprised if market tanked back today. Remember in 2017, we went all the way to 1720K. Then the market dropped to 3,000. Can you see the margin? 3,000. Now in 2020, 2021, the market went to 69,000 US dollars and we dropped to 15,000. So if the market is at 125,000 now, you can't tell me 30K or 50K is impossible. It's definitely possible. And if you look at all the other block here, look at it on the screen, you find that we broke this point. We've never tested this range. You can see between this 40,000 to 31,000, we did not test it at all. You can see when we broke above 25K, the market came back, tested. Now we broke below above 32,000 to where will I call it? Okay, let me go to weekly. I think on a weekly candle is going to show it proper. Let me take it back. Yeah, you can see it here. You can see we broke above, tested. We broke above, tested, but we did not test this top, which is 32K thereabout to 40,000. Then when we broke above 50K, it was mitigated. We broke above 73K, it was mitigated. We broke above 109K, you can see price is even around that place now. So I'm thinking this bear market, if anything is going to happen, we're going to have bear market for another 1 year. The market might drop down to between 40K to 30K. And don't say, is that going to possible? It's not going to blah, blah. Let me show you something. If you measure that from there to this point, it's going to be about how many percentage? It's going to be around 70% thereabout. Now, let's go to last bull run and calculate the drop. Let's take a look at the drop from there to here. What was that? Look at it, about 70% as well. So you can't say it's not possible. Last bull run from 67 we dropped to 15K was about 70%. So this bull run too, we are at 125. We could test back 30K, between 30,000 and 40,000. It's 100% possible. So I'm not saying we're in bear market right now, but I'm just saying possibility we are getting close to it. I've been saying it for like 1 month now. Is there? And I'm just trying to show you guys where the market could, turn to before we're going to start the next bull cycle for 2029. So that's just one thing I want to show you. So do not say, I don't think that is possible. Anything is possible in crypto. So we might revisit the all-time high again before we're going to start seeing the market start dropping down, the possible correction to 50, 60K. I even believe 40 and 30K is possible. All right, if we look at the good side of the whole thing regarding BTC, is now that we have some people now believing in it since Bitcoin has gone mainstream. We've been seeing big companies, all these big boys coming into the game. Even I read the news about BlackRock saying they will start tokenization of all assets. You understand? That is not acquiring Bitcoin, but what they're trying to say is all the assets under them that they're managing, they will put it online to become a digital kind of asset. You understand? So the token will now be there for everyone to buy and to create easy access. And the only thing that's going to help us, or that will give us hint of any altcoin that will do better, it's any on-chain that they select to use all those stuff. If the news should come out tomorrow and BlackRock says they are going to use Ethereum to tokenize all the asset, I'm telling you, just know Ethereum is going to do better. If they say it's going to be BNB, it's anyone they're choosing, and that will now be the competition about the altcoins. And I feel like that is where we're going to see altcoin now doing magic, now doing 10x, 20x, 100x, because BlackRock is using Ethereum, Grayscale might want to use Solana, Vanguard might want to use, and we're going to now see huge competition, because now it now shows that all the old cash in the world being managed by all these baby companies are now being tokenized, and it's going to be on one platform. They have to do it on an on-chain, either Ethereum, Polygon, BNB, Solana, AVAX. We have a lot of them out there, and that will be the run. And I believe before that will happen, maybe that will be what will push the next bull run. I'm not saying that is what is going to happen. I'm just giving you my opinion as what I am seeing and I believe could be the next one. But let's come back to this bull cycle first. This is not yet over. Until this bull cycle is over, we can focus on the next what? On the next bull run. So Citi and JP Morgan advanced digital asset strategy as US crypto rules take shape. And not only that, we've now seen about 172 public companies now hold Bitcoin as corporate accumulation suggests last players may be doubling down. So you can see at the end of the day, I just believe we're going to see most of these banks, companies now moving into digital because they don't want to lose their stance in the economy. They'll be like, okay, you guys want everything to be tokenized, you want it to be digital, okay, we are doing our own like that, so you don't need to go and buy Bitcoin, or you don't need to go and buy this. Okay, we are putting our own to on blockchain, you can access it, you can trade it just like all those assets you're looking at. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So that is what I feel is going to happen, because having about 172 public companies now holding Bitcoin now, it's a great thing, and everything together is about 1 million BTC value, about 117 billion, and that is a great evidence that corporate treasuries are now allocating Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset. And we're seeing that with companies now. I bet it with time countries will follow. We all know El Salvador is doing that already. I don't know, we've seen SA, which is South Africa, doing a lot of things too, but it is not yet pronounced or announced that, okay, they're going to have a BTC strategic reserve. But now they have about 650 merchants that you can spend your crypto with nationwide, and that is a good news. And we all know major holders include Strategy, Mara, Institutional Flow, and so on and so forth. But we're going to see how that play out in the future. So let's take a look at what should happen with BTC. Right now, Bitcoin is not a buy, it's still a sell. You can see yesterday when I was telling you guys, please don't buy, the market was moving around this point, and I told you, forget about the move up. It's just a retrace. Now we're having a proper structure now. If we break above 116,000 US dollars and we have a good structure the next day after the breakout day, we can get into the market. But for now, let's just sit back and still watch what is going on, because we might just see a ranging, that the market will just be ranging for a couple of, maybe a day, 2, 3, 4, or a week, or even 2 weeks. It's possible, until we're going to have the Fed rate cut come out this October, or maybe we're going to have good news between US and China, and the government shutdown that is going on in the United States as well. So regarding Bitcoin, you can still stay away from it, please. It's not a buy yet, you understand. We got out at 123, so imagine you leave the market at 123, even though you buy it back at 116, you still have a great difference between 123 and 116. So you don't need to be in a hurry that you want to be in the market. It's not about that. It's all about the profit you are going to make from the market. And mind you, this is not financial advice, it's just for educational purpose and entertainment. Make sure you do your own research and trade with the money you can afford to lose. All right, let's talk about altcoins real quick. And if you look at it now, extreme fear grips altcoins as 90% of tokens trade below 200-day moving average. And people are asking, is it a perfect time to accumulate? I'm not going to lie to you. Let's take a look at ETH. ETH really bounced back. Imagine drop all the way from 4,800 thereabout to 3,003. That is $1,500 drop, and it has recovered almost to 4,300 back. Even though it pulls back, is moving up. But do we need to get into Ethereum right now and other altcoins? No. No structure yet, no indicator or nothing has even shown us we should get back into the market. So we should not get into Ethereum right now. And I'm still going to show you what you need to do about the remaining token or the remaining altcoins too. Let's take a look at another news regarding altcoin. This one is Ripple, and this is a good news. Ripple custody arrives in Africa. Good news, but Ripple's been doing a lot, but nothing major has been coming out of it. But at least it's good news. They are now recognizing Africa in the crypto space, and they know there's a lot of potentials in Africa, and I just pray we get the best out of it. So Ripple announced the very first custody partner in Africa. That is great news. And also talking about countries, Japan strengthened crypto regulations to prevent insider trading, and I think that is really, really great, because we saw what happened with Binance, Hyperliquid and stuff like that. We saw a trader just a minute before the market dump, it closed millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars. The same thing like on Binance. So people are saying maybe there's all these things going on, and now if countries start regulating that, I think that will help other retail tradings, or even other corporate bodies that don't have information about what is going on in the inside. So this is a great news from Japan. But before we dive into the chart fully, also I want to make something clear about showing off and all of that. I'm not saying we shouldn't do that, but you need to be careful, because there is now this thing that is trending, kidnapping crypto holders. You understand? You can see oversharing could increase kidnapping risk for Bitcoin holders, and security expert says, because the more you share, the more you're exposing your wallet, what you're up to and all of that. And I know it's a new thing, especially on X, on YouTube, on all the social media platforms, because everyone wants to show that I've made this X amount, I did this X amount, so they could sell calls, or they could sell their signals, or whatever they are into. But now we need to take it slow, because now there's now really, really bad thing going on. And you can see public display of crypto wealth directly increase kidnapping risk. Over the past 3 years, targeted adoption and extortion case tied to crypto holdings have multiplied in North America and globally. So don't think it's only in North America. In North America and globally. And now, security researchers report more than 52 document cases worldwide by late 2024. So we need to be careful, and one of the victims is Crypto King. You can see Crypto King kidnappers pleads guilty as co-defendant try delay. You can see we all know Crypto King is one of them, and that's why I see some of the big crypto influencers these days, they are now using bouncers when they go for event and all of that. We cost all these things, because yes, you can show whatever you're doing, but the moment you're showing these, if you even do it as a company, they might think, oh, it's company money and stuff like that. But the moment you're showing it in your wallet, you have this and all of that, they will just look that if they could get access to you, they will tell you to transfer all this money in your wallet and all of that. So I just said I should share this with you guys too. Please and please, you need to be careful with your wallet, with what you expose and whatever you're doing online. But everyone or every man for himself. It's not financial advice. This is just for educational purpose and entertainment, and I'm just passing that information out there. All right, if you're still watching the show, till now, please and please destroy the likes button. Let the algorithm take our channel to a greater height. Also, you can follow me on X, on Facebook, on Instagram, and on TikTok to get some of the videos we drop when we are not online. Now let's dive right into the chart, but before we do that, let's take a look if there is any economic calendar that might affect what we'll be expecting on the chart. And since we have the government shutdown in the United States, all the news, all the data that's supposed to come out have been delayed or postponed because of no workers to do that. So you can see today too, nothing much. It has been like this for like 2 weeks. You understand? Nothing more. Just only when someone is going to talk is only when we see. So as for today, we do not have much thing to talk about. All right, let's check the cryptocurrency market cap also before we dive into the chart fully. If you look at the cryptocurrency market cap right now, it's now below 4 trillion, but at least we've recovered a little bit. We were at 4.3 trillion thereabout, then we dropped to about 3.8 trillion, but now at least we're almost back to 4 trillion US dollars back. And you can see the trending token has now changed from A-star and all of that, but Chain Opera AI is still in the trending token, and you can see the top gainers right there, and the top 10 still remain almost the same because Bitcoin still at number 1, Ethereum at number 2, Theta at number 3, BNB at number 4, and you can see XRP at number 5, Solana number 6, USDC, another stable coin, at number 7, Lido Stake at number 8, and Dogecoin 9, Tron 10, and the remaining are below top 10. Now, you got the news yesterday that Binance are now compensating people that lost their money through what happened on last Friday, that we saw about 19 billion US dollar liquidation across all platforms and crypto exchanges, and that was really, really huge. But because of some glitches and all of that happened during that period, Binance, they're doing airdrop and compensating some people, but the deed has been done. The money they lost, they can't recover it. Whatever you give them might just be 1% or 2% of what they lost, but at least it's something to give back to the people or to their customers. And if you didn't see that, you might want to check my yesterday video. I think it's about 160 users that will benefit from the airdrop and so on and so forth. So that's all about the cryptocurrency market. Let's now dive right into the chart analysis and see what is going on. Nothing really is going on. You can see BTC is still trading below the structure, below where we got out, which is 123. Where do we need to get in at BTC right now? It should be, because we have a structure now, if we're able to break above 116 comfortably, I think we can get into the market. Or if we saw the market created a kind of minor structure inside this major structure and pull back to 0.781 Fibonacci, we could get in back too. But right now, I'm just gonna say sit back if you're an investor or you're a sports trader. But if you're a day trader that you just go in and out, and all of that, you might want to join my Telegram channel. The links are down in the description. And that kind of trade, let me switch to 1 hour now. You see what I'm saying? So you can see on 1 hour time frame now, you could get in here, get out there, just make some money here and there. But that is for day trading, people that sit in front of computer throughout the day. But if you're an investor and a sport trader, you do not need to be in the market right now. All right, that's that about Bitcoin. Let's take a look at ETH. If you look at ETH, all ETH is looking a little bit good because you can see the structure has been created and is moving as if it's going to break the structure. So let's see if ETH will be able to break above 4,300 today. If that should happen, we might be considering getting into ETH, and I believe other altcoins will follow, and maybe that will be beginning of altcoin season, because if Bitcoin is failing to move well and the dominance start dropping and Bitcoin is not doing the well, maybe altcoin season is here, and we might have altcoin season for a month or two, and that will be the end of the bull cycle, and the bear cycle will kick in. But until then, we need to act according to what we see, not what we hear. That is one thing you need to know in trading. Trading is all about what you see. What you see. If it's an event, make sure you see it, not just you hear someone said or influencing. No, it's not going to pay you. Look at the chart, take a look at the news, watch it live, and that you can make your own decision and know what you need to do with that. So ETH is looking good. So if ETH should break 4,300, we might be thinking of getting in, or we'll look at what the chart will look like tomorrow. Then we can use that to determine if we need to get into the market. All right, let's take a look at Link. Link also is following ETH move. Let's take a look at AAV. AAV is actually breaking out. Okay, not yet, because since this is red, we need today's candle to finish. Then if today candle should finish above this red, which is $363, maybe by tomorrow AAV is going to give us an entry. Let's take a look at Solana. Solana too is the same thing almost with AAVE. Let's take a look at BNB. BNB is still a buy. I told you guys the stop loss is right here at 858. You can see I left it yesterday as green, so BNB is still a buy. Let's take a look at LTC, which is Litecoin, not a buy, we need to wait, but the structure is there. Let's take a look at SUI, almost the same thing with AAVE too, but we need to wait, let it happen before you take a decision. AVAX, the same thing. ADA, the same thing. XRP, the same thing. Toncoin, the same thing. So you can see all of them is like they are on a track race and ready for that gun to sand. On your mark, set, go, then they start moving. So I think all of them, they are just right at the nice structure breakout, but we need to wait for them to break out, because we might think they're going to break out, then they dump again. So A-Star 2 is doing the same thing. Pump Fund, let me see, Pump Fund is almost the same thing. And speaking of Pump Fund, I'm still going to launch my challenge, trading $100 to $1 million over a period of time. They announced that it's going to be there. If you have not joined the Telegram channel or you've not subscribed to the X, please do that, because you can see we are growing and a lot of people, more than 2,000 people are waiting for the launch now, and you don't want to miss out on what we're going to get. All right, back to the chart. Ondo also the same thing. So that's that about altcoin. I think all the altcoins now, they are just ready to break out the structure, and maybe that will set the beginning of altcoin season, because what I'm seeing now is like they want to break out and take the lead back to the all-time high, while BTC will slow down a little bit to all-time high. Then when altcoin is done, then we see everything dump together, because that's how every cycle has been working. Now let's check what the meme coin tokens are doing. And if you look at Dogecoin too, Dogecoin is mirroring Ethereum and the likes of Avalanche and all of them. Let's take a look at Shiba Inu. The same thing with Shiba Inu. Pepe, the same thing. Popcat, Trump, all of them the same. Millennial Coin, the same. Notcoin, the same. So basically today, I think today is just for us to be cautious and be careful. If we see break above the structure, yes, we know tomorrow we're going to get into the market, and maybe the market is going to blow off next week, because remember, tomorrow will be Thursday, the next day will be Friday. Then some people might want to take profit based on weekly trading, and now we see re-entry next week, Monday. So regarding the chart, I think what we are seeing is we're seeing the structure being set out, and if anyone should start breaking out, we do not need to waste time. We need to get back into the market. So that's that regarding Bitcoin, altcoins, and the meme tokens. Now let's take a look at what the fear and greed looks like. Like you all know, we have to know what the sentiment is always, telling us, so we do not go against the majority. You can see the market is back to fear. You see what I said? Last month was neutral. Last week, greed. Yesterday was fear at 38, and now it's fear again at 34. Maybe it's going to shift to extreme fear, or it's going to push away, because I'm seeing structure set like I showed you on the chart now, but we need to wait to see. But right now, the fear and greed index is sitting at 34. So it's still sitting at fear, which is really good. I pray you can move back down to extreme fear, because that is the best place to accumulate all these tokens or all these assets if you want to make massive profit. All right, that's what I have for you on the show this morning, and you've been watching the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show, and this is the only show where we trade it and we do not gamble it. I'm Ahmed Oladimeji Kazim, aka KC the Great, and please destroy the like button. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, Crypto Be 101, the home of value and good information when it comes to cryptocurrency trading and investment, please subscribe right now. It costs you nothing, and please share also with your friends so they can get the good value that we share on this great platform. All right, I'll see you tomorrow again at 8 a.m. GMT or 10 a.m. SAST time on this live show again. Please take care of yourself. Trade where you know it's all about profits, not all about much trade you take, so you need to be careful. Right, and remember, this is not financial advice. It's just for educational purpose and entertainment. Make sure you do your own research and trade with the money you can afford to lose. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.